Hello and welcome to Tricktrades, and thank you for choosing us. On behalf of Pat and the other moderators, let me thank you for taking the decision to improve your trading, whatever stage you're at right now, and assure you that we won't let you down. I'm Kelvo, one of the moderators, and it's nice to meet you. As a new member, you probably have lots of questions, and in this short video, I'm going to try to cover some of the basic questions that we get regarding how to use the website, the chat room, and the settings for Pat's intraday and daily charts. So without further ado, let's get to it and get rocking. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is fire up a browser. And I know you've already been into the website because you've purchased your plan, etc. However, let's assume that you haven't saved the website in your save settings and whatnot. So we're just going to start from the very start because it'll make it a little easier. So let's type in Tricktrades. Tricktrades.com. There we go. Turn caps off. Okay, so let's go in here. And here's the website. Okay, so when you first start up, this is what you're going to come up against. Is the we're going to get the website. So a lot of people, it seems, type in this and then they think they can go straight into the content. Okay, so what happens is people are trying to. They're already members. They've typed in this because they haven't saved it. And they think, right, we're going to go and watch a video. So they hit content and it's not letting them in. So it just takes them to this page and they think, well, I've already purchased, so I don't know what to do. So they hit Pat up or hit me up or whatever, saying I can't get into the website, what do I do? So what you need to do is if you're getting this, you need to go to here. You see this little circle with a head and a shoulders in it. Okay, that's you. So you hit that, okay, left click. And that will take you to your account login. So you should have made a note of your account login details, okay? Your username or email. So type in, click that. Mine's already saved, so I'm going to click that. You hit your password in there, so make sure you write your password down, okay? When you first sign up, make sure you got it written down and kept somewhere safe so that you haven't got to keep changing your password all the time. And then log in. Okay, and that takes you into an area called My Account. Okay, and you have your dashboard, which this is the dashboard. And down here, you've just got some basic stuff of your account details, payment methods, etc. Your subscription. If you need to change anything, for instance, if you need to change the card details that your subscription is being paid from, you can go into all these things here and you can make your changes. If you've forgotten your password, you can go in and you can change your password, etc. It's all in here, okay? Nice and simple. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the content stage, okay? Because that's what most people want to look at when they go onto the website, and they remember they want to look at either the video watch lists or the trade recaps or the video lessons. So let's go to content, and the first thing we're going to look at is watch list. So every night, Pat and Noah make their watch list for the next day, and it's uploaded here into watch lists. It's all done on video, which is great, and it's nice and easy. So you can, if you want to make your own notes, you can pause the video and make your notes for your own watch list. Takes a little time to load, or it does on my computer anyway. So there we have Friday's watch list. Trick, Main, April 13, Noah, April 13, and each of them presents a watch list. In Noah's watch list, he goes through the indices and he talks about the market a little bit. And in Pat's, he kind of gets down to the point and tells you what he's looking at in what stocks for the following day and what he's looking for. So anyway, so they're published every day. trade recaps. Not every day, but probably 2 or 3 a week. You'll get Pat will do a recap of his trades at the end of the day and publish them in here. Personally, I find the trade recaps are very good. I learn a lot from the recaps because it's not just Pat going through and saying, hey, look how good my trades were. It's a heck of a lot more than that. It really goes into a little bit of detail as to the insight into why he took the trade, what he was looking for, where he placed his stops, that type of thing. I highly recommend that you keep your eyes open for these trade recaps on a daily basis. Sometimes they'll go a couple of days without one, but they are pretty well daily and very much worth watching. So highly recommend you get onto those. And this is the gold at the end of the rainbow. This is the video lesson library. In here you'll find absolutely tons of video lessons going back to probably last June, July time, I think, for as long as Pat's been making them, really. So I guess just go to the beginning and start watching them. They're all titles, so if there's a particular one that you want to look at, you can find them by the title. And they really are fantastic, so highly recommend that you spend a lot of time, especially if you're new, as much time as you can over the weekends, that type of thing, looking at the video library. I'm just going to pause here while this loads because it's really slow. Okay, so here's the video library, and just scroll down through this and you will find just so much amazing information. Once you start watching them, you could literally spend all day just watching these, and there's so much good information in these. Highly recommend you spend a lot of time watching these video lessons. So that's how you get into the video library. They're all in there. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the chat room. So click on here, chat room access. So the first thing you're going to need to do is, if we press enter, okay, so it's like going into the dungeons here. So in we go. First thing you're going to have to do is create a little EchoFin account. Okay, so the chat room is run by EchoFin. So very simple. If you don't yet have an account, what you need to do is you need to go into sign up there. Okay, so you hit sign up. Create yourself a username. The username is what's going to appear in the chat room. As I said, I'm Kelvo. Give yourself a password. Write the password down. And once you've done that, you can come back to here, type in your username, type in your password, sign in, and that will take you into the chat room. Okay, so we've come through to the chat room. Okay, you'll find as a chat room, if you've been in other chat rooms, you will find there's a little bit different. It's kind of a no-holds-barred chat room, to be perfectly honest. Not to say that we don't have rules, because there are, but certainly we're not afraid to express ourselves. We don't have a silly no swearing policy, that type of thing, as long as things are within reasonable bounds of decency, I suppose. We basically understand that there are times when you might feel a need to have a bit of a swear, or you might have a need to say this and that. So you will find that we're quite an open group of people. We certainly like to have a little bit of fun too. First thing you might want to do is upload yourself an avatar. Okay, so if you go into here, click this little down arrow there, go to preferences, go to profile. You can hit upload avatar, and then you can upload an avatar from your PC. If you don't have one, then obviously upload an avatar to your PC first, and then you can upload. As you see, mine's a Darth Vader. I'm very much on the dark side of things. You can change your time settings. So depending on where you live, if you would rather see time settings in your own time zone, or you can set it to ESTs if you want. It's up to you. So obviously I'm in the UK, so mine's set to Europe, London. You go to notifications and you can change, if you want to hear a little beep when someone posts a message, etc. You can select notifications from rooms, or you can just have notifications from direct messages, etc. only. Okay, so you've got all your preferences are there. So first thing we will do is, this is a EchoFin run a really good chat room, and you've got lots of things available to you. So if we click on widgets, for example, there's something called Naked Short, where you can find out short information about different stocks. If you click on directory, you can see who's currently online, who isn't currently online, if you need to. There is a stock screener. So the stock screener is powered by TradingView. I have to say, personally, I've never used it. I'm sure some of the guys in the chat room probably have used it and can tell you how to use it if it's something you want to use. I believe it is quite good. So that's a really good feature. We have, you can pull up charts. If you want to look at various charts on different things, you can pull up some charts here and pull up different information on charts. Okay, we also have a FinViz little thing here, which is really good, a fantastic addition to the room. So you've got a full access to the free version of FinViz here. So again, something that you might want to just sort of have a play with. I don't use it myself all that much, but again, I know a lot of people do. It's just something I think probably just spend an hour and have a look through and see if it's something that appeals to you, and if it is, then use it. If it's not, then don't worry about it, but at least it's there if you want it. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at what different rooms there are in the chat room. Okay, so this is our main trading room. This is where you talk to people, that type of thing. Just type your message in there, blah 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 blah, and then hit enter, and it will appear on there. Second one down is special announcements. So when Pat has something that he wants to announce to the room, he might stick it up here in special announcements. When somebody posts something in one of these rooms, you'll see a little orange light flashing on the end, so it tells you that somebody's posted. So you can go in and take a look at exactly what it might be. So the next one is a screen share link. So when you come into the room in the morning, Pat generally fires up the screen share at around about 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. As soon as he does, you can go on. He'll provide a screen share link in the main room, but if you miss it, that's fine. You can just come into here, hit this, and this will open a new page. Okay, we won't be able to actually see the screen share today because it currently isn't running because it's a Saturday. But you'll basically get this. It will launch and it will give you this little thing here, and it will say join audio conference by computer. So if you select that, what you'll then normally get is a picture of one of Pat's screens, and on that screen it will have it'll go full screen, and at the top there you'll have a little thing, a drop down, and if you drop it down you'll be able to select exit full screen. So you'll be able to have half your screen with Pat's screen share and half of your screen will be the chat room. And on here you will see 4 charts, which is Pat's main 4 charts that he will be watching at the open. And on the left hand side of the screen you will see the scanners. Okay, and that's probably something that I will cover in another video, is how to use the scanners, what they do, and what to look for from them. But there's far too much information in that for now. So that's the screen share. So I normally exit full screen. I'll put the screen share over there, and then I'll go back to the main meeting here, the main room, and I'll reduce that down to there, so that I've got access to the trading room here, which I find works really well. Anyway, so let's close that down for now because it's not working. So that's the screen share. So be sure to join the screen share every morning around 7:30 Eastern Standard. That way you can hear Pat talking on the microphone, and you can ask him questions, etc., and he'd be able to answer some questions, and if the stocks you want to ask him about. And we generally have a bit of a nitter-natter in the morning, and it's a little bit of a bit of fun time for the first hour or so, and then he'll get into the pre-market plan of attack, which is around 2 p.m. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. He will go through the pre-market gappers, the rangers, and his watch list, and basically talk about his 4 main watches for the morning. He also does a daily plan of attack, which he posts in here. He does this round about just before 9 a.m. Eastern. So he will go through what his main watches are for the day and a little thing of what he's looking for in them. A handy thing to do is to actually copy and paste this. So if we can take a screenshot, we can just take a screenshot like that. Do that, and we can type in daily plan of attack, which I've already done here, so we'll click that. Yes, save, yes. Okay, so we've saved the daily plan of attack, so we go into documents, go to light shot, daily plan of attack, there, open up, and then you can put that down there underneath your other screen. So it's quite handy. So when you're looking to trade the things that Pat's talked about, you've got a little thing there, and you can have a quick read of exactly what it is he was looking for in the various stocks that he's talked about. So this is published every morning just before Pat does the spoken version of it, basically. Members posts. So in here, anybody can post in here. So people post charts of their trades, that type of thing, annotated chart, ask a few questions, that type of thing. As you can see, it's just kind of a whatever, really. I not always, but sometimes post my daily chart trade reviews in here, as does Dan, as does quite a few of the guys. So yeah, just keep an eye out for posts in there. There's always some good, traders that are posting annotated charts of their trades, and there's some really good information in there. So I highly recommend when there's new posts in there that you take a look and just hit the picture, and then you can read what people have put about it, and it's a good learning experience. I read every single chart that everybody posts in here. I read it, I take the time to read it, and I will always comment on it, and there's always something to learn from somebody else, no matter what stage you think you're at. A new person could come in, a new trader, and see something, and you can learn from it. So never ever think that you're above learning from someone else because you've been trading longer than them, because that's not the way to go. Let's just keep this to the relevant things. So trading buddies, if you're interested in maybe buddying up with another trader, you can just put a little thing in here about yourself, who you are, and what you're at, and you can look for somebody who's like-minded to sort of talk to on a daily basis about your little trading journey. You might find someone that trades setups that you particularly like. So if you're interested in finding somebody to sort of buddy up with, then just put a little thing in here and wait for someone to respond to it, basically. Golden Piggy, let me just quickly explain what this is. Okay, so every month Pat gives away a golden piggy, and if you want to know what that is, what you need to do is you need to go to links. Is it on there? No, sorry, it's not. Let me see if it's just a second. Sorry. Okay, sorry, there is a link somewhere. Every month, Pat gives away a little golden pig, and it's for the most amount of points taken in a single trade every month. So if you make a trade and you maybe take 2.5 points from the trade or something, you can post your trade in here, and at the end of the month, Pat will obviously look through it, and the person who's made the biggest trade gets sent a really nice little golden piggy. It's just a bit of fun, but it kind of helps to encourage you to take the longer trades, to take the bigger trades. I guess and it's a little reward for the person who's made the best trade every month. So that's a bit of fun and it's good. If you're a mentoring member, okay, you can go to mentoring members room here, and mentoring class is every Thursday night, as I believe it. So every Wednesday or Thursday before mentoring, if you have any questions that you would like Pat and Noah to answer for you, you can post your questions in here, and you can be sure that those questions will be reviewed and answered during your live mentoring Q&A. Okay, if you're not a mentoring member, please don't post questions in here. This room is only for mentoring members. Okay, so thank you. Next room down is moderator, blog and thoughts. So Jonathan, Noah, Dan, aka the House 64, and myself, we can post any blog posts that we want in here, any thoughts that we might have on our own journey, on trading, on the way the room's going. If we feel like we need to have a bit of a rant, then this is the place we will have our rant. I am well known for my rants, and I do like an occasional rant if I see people. Nothing personal, and it's never like a personal rant, but sometimes if I think as a moderator, if you see that people aren't listening to Pat and are failing because of that, then this is kind of a place where I would vent those issues and just say, look guys, come on, you need to be paying more attention to Pat, or you need to be paying more attention to Dan or Noah, etc., blah blah blah. You do see people getting all the help in the world sometimes and not applying that help, and it's kind of a place for people, for us to say, come on guys, this is what we need to be doing. It's also a place to, as I say, where the moderators can log their own journey. Dan has just started doing some podcasts which are really good, and he's recorded one of his trades, and so that's really good. I suggest you listen to Dan's podcasts and his trade reviews, etc. I do sometimes do YouTube trade reviews, maybe once or twice a week. When I do them, I will post the links in this room. But I think probably Dan's doing more than I am at the moment, so probably look out for Dan's stuff on that. And the last one we're going to look at is links. So in here you will find links to any things that might be handy for you. If you have a TEFS funded account, then here are the phone numbers for the UK, Canada and the US. Okay, so if you have any problems with your platform, if it freezes and you're stuck in a trade, if you lose internet connection and you're stuck in a trade, then you can phone any one of these numbers up and you can speak to somebody and they will answer the phone. And as long as you have your account number and your password to hand, they will be able to go in and help you with any problems you may have. If you're looking to buy a funded account, okay, here is the information you'll need. That's the link to the funded account. Please make sure you type in all the relevant information when doing so. If you're interested in taking a subscription to TC2000, here you will find a code to get $25 off your first month by using this code here. And if you're looking to take a subscription to Trade Ideas, then here is the promo code for Trade Ideas to get 15% off your first month or your first year, depending on what you subscribe to. Okay, any other links that come along will be posted directly in here. Okay, so the last thing we're going to look at now is we're going to cover Pat's charts. Okay, because a lot of people keep asking Pat, what are your settings, this, that, and the other. So it's not, obviously you can choose to have whatever settings you want, whatever indicators you want on your charts, but a lot of people do like to copy Pat so that they know exactly what it is that he's looking at. So when he talks about something coming into support resistance, that you'll be looking at the same thing he's looking at. We really don't advocate lots of indicators on charts. Some people use CCI, price commodity channel, the MACD, the RSI, Bollinger Bands, Ichimoku Cloud. I mean, holy crap. I've seen people with so much crap on their charts, you can't even see the frigging candlesticks. Okay? There's, really guys, there is no need to have all these indicators on charts. All indicators lag. The only indicator that doesn't lag at all is the VWAP. Okay? Because the VWAP is based on volume. Okay, it's based purely on volume. Okay, volume weighted. All right, so yeah, so this is a quick thing of what Pat has on his chart. So let's just look at his intraday chart first of all. Okay, so we've got the exponential moving average 9, which is this blue one. That's the EMA 9. The EMA 50, which is this. Okay, now the EMA 50 is almost identical to the EMA 9 on a 5-minute chart. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why we use the EMA quite a lot for as a support and resistance, because it's got a lot of eyes on it. That's why a lot of people trade the 5-minute chart and they will watch the EMA 9 on the 5-minute chart. The EMA 9 on the 5 is the EMA 50 pretty well on the 1 minute. So it is quite a strong line for us. Okay, so we have the EMA 50, and as I've said, we have the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. Now, I personally am almost exclusively a VWAP trader. I trade always from VWAP. This is one of the trades I was looking at from yesterday from a scan. I always wait for price to come up into the VWAP, looking to short it after a retrace into the VWAP. Okay, I'm always talking about the WAP. So that is Pat's basic intraday chart. Okay, EMA 9, EMA 50, VWAP. That's it. Daily chart. EMA 5, blue. EMA 9, yellow. Simple moving average 50, or it's just known as the moving average 50 on some charting, okay, which is there. And the moving average, or simple moving average 200, which is there. Now the SMA 200 is very, very strong on daily chart, as is the moving average 50. Okay, and that's it. That's all Pat has on his daily charts plus volume. Okay, so no need to overcomplicate things. It's all there, very easy to set up. You will find that we mainly trade price action. Okay, price action is always going to trump everything else, because it doesn't matter what indicators you've got on your chart. If the market starts to move, then price action is going to be king every time. So we use the indicators as a guide, and we use the price action as something to action a trade upon. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. I hope I wasn't too boring. Let me just sign off by saying I hope you enjoy your journey as a trader. I hope you find exactly what you're looking for in Tricktrades, and I hope that you use Pat's wisdom, knowledge and information to become a better trader and to fulfill all your trading goals. Okay, I look forward to seeing you and talking to you and getting to know you in chat over the next few months, and that's it. So please use as much information as you can, watch as many videos as you can, soak up the information, and enjoy your time at Tricktrades. Thank you.